So I was hoping this would be after my talk, in which case you'd have a bit more context. But long story short, PEERGOS is an end-to-end encrypted file storage and social network on IPFS. So I'm just going to demo a few basic things. So let's start with signing up. Obviously, that's not a secure password, but that doesn't matter today. Right, so we're signed up, we have an account. Let's create another one. Rightio, so now let's see something social. So let's send a follow request to the other guy. And what this is doing is basically sending a cryptographic capability to a part in this user's file system through which we can then share stuff with the other one. Follow request done, and now we go back to the other guy. Oh, look, we've got one. If we had logged out and logged in, we also would have got this little +1 thing. But yeah, let's allow that for now. Cool, so now we're bidirectional following, so we're both friends with each other. Now, so the high level, each user gets their own storage space under their username in the global namespace. So test 18, we go back up here. I'm just actually doing this. Where are we? Right, yeah, hang on. Right, that's just registered that we're friends from the other guy. So currently there's nothing in there. If we go up to the top, we can now see the other guy. They haven't shared anything with us yet. But let's do something with a file. So let's upload an image. So this is all, as I say, it's end-to-end encrypted, so all the encryption happens and decryption happens in the browser. And let's share this with the other, whoops. Share this with 17. Rightio. So now we go back to 17. We need to refresh the root so we can see the other guy, but yep. Now we go into 18. Look, we can see the file, we can see the thumbnail, which is, everything's encrypted. We hide all the metadata and stuff. We can view that directly in the browser. That's the solution. You can tell I have a young kid. That's not them, by the way. So what else can we do? We can let's make some directories. Oh, actually, no, let's do a public link. So this thing, we can also create a public link, which you can share with anyone that don't need a PEERGOS account, and basically the cryptographic capabilities are in the URL itself, using the usual technique, which is putting it in the hash. So we can open that in another tab, and there's no context shared between these tabs. So you can see that's now there. We can see you get the path and the file itself, and same idea. We can view that or download it or whatever. And yeah, so the other thing you can do is directories. Let's make a directory. go in here, add a file. Five minutes. Okay, all right. Running out of time, so I'm going to skip to a hopefully more impressive demo. So this is another account. And for when we're downloading and decrypting stuff in the browser, if you're trying to say it's an image, that's easy. It's generally pretty small, so you just make one big byte array and turn that into a URL in the browser. If you're trying to stream videos, you can't do that because you're limited by, you have to fit the thing in RAM. But you can get around that with service workers. This only works in Chrome, sadly. But, and I hope it works, it can be flaky. So we got the Sintel movie here, which is, well, you can see it's 120 meg, which would fit in RAM, but let's not do that. And we can try and stream it. So this will download at 5 meg at a time, decrypt it, reassemble it, and then write it to this writable stream, which then gets played, hopefully. The sound as well, I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah. And so that's, all you need to do is be able to download and decrypt it faster than you're actually playing it. So your resolution that you can do with this is limited by your connection, but you get the idea. Where's my cursor gone? All right, you've probably all seen that a million times, so let's stop that. What else do we have? We have a few basic media players. So that obviously you've just seen images and videos. We have audio as well, which also does streaming. We also have a very basic text, inline text viewer. So whatever. Here's some JavaScript. I think it still might be doing some video stuff in the background, but yeah. And there's whatever. And if it's a format which we don't have a viewer for yet, then the default fallback, let's find something. Here we go, libdream machines. So hang on, how big is that? That's 12 meg, I think. Yeah. So this guy, we fall back to basically a hex viewer. And you can, if you imagine trying to render 12 meg of hex in the browser, it doesn't do that. So it lazily downloads the section you're at to display it. So there we go. You can see it's a PDF, hash PDF, and we can scroll down, and that's doing that on demand, modulo 5 meg chunks. But the idea is we'll get more. Like hopefully we will have a PDF viewer at some point. But those are harder to secure, should we say. Cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.